Hi guys, this is Wenzes. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about personal development for INFJ. And this video is called Fall in Love Being a Warrior, Not a Monk. And this video is specifically for INFJs or specifically for introverts. And of course, it's not meant at this point when you're really wanting to be a monk, like all the power to you, my friend. I'm just taking it as a metaphor to really make like a point of those like things that seem so different from each other when in the end they're all the same. Like a monk in the end is a warrior inside, and a real warrior is also a monk inside, because you need those two aspects. So let me break it down what I mean. When I say a monk, I mean this image of somebody who's all about contemplating, who's all about realizing what the world is about, what has purpose, what is pure and good and true, and what is worth fighting for. And then you have the warrior, who's all about conquering, who's all about getting it done, who's all about really making an impact. And we as INFJs are very often put in this monk category. We're all about understanding how everything works, what the truth is, what makes sense like in the long-term part of the way. So for example, if we believe the world is only going to get better, if I believe that we all should love each other, that's a monk statement. If you believe, yeah, but I need to fight right now for my own, that's a warrior statement. And so how can I actually think that being a warrior is what I should fall in love with? I'll tell you exactly why. Because I am a monk from that perspective. I do believe that, like we should all love each other. I should always respect other people's freedom. And I always want to help other people, right? This is who I am. I don't need to fall in love with being a monk because I am a monk. I need to fall in love with being a warrior. That's not the same advice I would give like an ESTP or an ENFJ or an ENTJ who's maybe all over the place and does not know what they're fighting for. Like those are the people I would tell, sit your ass down, concentrate for a while, really find meaning in just like being there and realizing what's really going on in your mind. So all that power that you have by being a warrior by nature will have a meaning, will have a purpose. So please, as a little disclaimer, don't take these things so literally when I say monk or warrior. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to paint a picture here, right? So those are the two things, right? So I love meditating. Like you should really, I really know how important it is that we need to disconnect from the world to understand what we really want and who we are, and then go for it. But if we're not going to want to be a warrior, I would never been able at a point to say, oh, go meditate. Because that's not like this thing that us undeveloped monks think about. Like it's just not going to get you anywhere to all think about, oh, I want spirituality and I'm all about enlightenment. And then you just sit in your room and you don't talk to anybody unless you talk to somebody about how nobody understands you and that the world sucks. It just doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make other people happy. And you have that natural gift of thinking of these things anyways. You have like this capacity of understanding what is really going to be of value, what is really going to have purpose. So use that by really bringing out that inner warrior in yourself, that part of you that is really going to get out and get what you deserve. That part that wants to play a game in this world, that wants to conquer, that wants to succeed, because you're not gonna lose that inner voice of yourself, ever. I know the moment I started really bringing out that warrior in me, and it was over 4 years ago when I really decided that. And it was not only a change from being like a contemplative person to being a warrior, it was also change from being a martyr to a warrior. Before that, it was like, I can take. Blame me, make me feel bad. I'm gonna turn the other cheek. I will never hit back. I will never want you to suffer, because we're all about love. We're all about understanding each other. We're all about helping each other. So I never fought back. I just knew I'm strong because I can take it, but I never wanted people to see how strong I am by me attacking them, by me just actually protecting myself and fighting for what is mine. Now I know better. Now I know the moment I really became that inner warrior, when I decided, because it's just a choice in the end, where I decided I'm gonna fight And if I'm not good enough, then I'm not good enough. But I sure as hell going to fight right now. And I'm gonna fall in love with being a warrior and bringing that part out of me. And if that means I need to work out, if that means I need to like really step up like my game, if that means I need to get active, then that's what I'm going to do. Because the moment I did that, that's when I really started to feel like a good person. Because up to that point, I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there not doing anything, and the only way I could help people is by letting them, attack me and me not attacking back, because I thought, oh, they're hurting, otherwise they wouldn't be attacking me. Because from my monk perspective, we all want to love each other and we all want to help each other. So if that person is attacking me, then it's because that person is suffering. We do not need to concentrate on being this completely spiritual being that is all about understanding the universe and like all these like enlightening things. Like, as I said, I love these things and I'm gonna do them anyways. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to concentrate on those things, because guess what? Every other day I'm still gonna like think of a thing where I can really control my mind, where I can meditate, where I can calm down, where I can like do some yoga or whatever that's gonna calm me down. This is what I do anyways. What I need to concentrate on is bringing that warrior out from within me. And that's something different than actually bringing that part out in you that you really don't care about, which is maybe to be very detail oriented, to do something very, very precisely. Like, like these things overwhelm me sometimes, like too much. But warrior, that's like in us. We're like an inner ESTP. Like when I bring out my inner ESTP, I'm still never going to be an ESTP. Like I talked to Taco about this, who is an ESTP. We did a video together and I said, yeah, some people actually look at my videos and they think you're not an INFJ, you're an ESTP. And that makes them laugh, of course, because every ESTP can tell like from one moment and looking at us that we're not. And I can also, when we look at ESTPs, no matter how contemplative they are, we see that strength in them, this SE strength in them. So, and they see this like deep NI in us. It is already who we are. We already have that mentality. So why not go into this mentality that's within us anyways? You're not gonna fight for, having the biggest office in like at work. You're not gonna fight for that anyways. All I'm asking is fight for the things you believe in. Fight for like, making sure that you're taken care of because you are a part of people. You're not an observer. Imagine that. I do not believe that. You're not an observer, you're a person like everybody else, and being an observer actually means being undeveloped. It means like where you are as a child when you haven't like really gotten all your functions ready. But at some point, what is an observer good for? Like, it's never enough. It's never gonna make you happy, and you're not gonna bring any value if you don't share what you observe. Like, I couldn't be talking about all of these things if I wasn't an observer in the end. If I wasn't a monk, if I wasn't an INFJ, I couldn't talk to you about these things. Like, these are my insides. So when you ask, an INFJ could never do 4 videos in a week, yeah, but could you really be talking about all of this? Do you have any idea how much time I personally spent in thinking about these things in order to be able to talk to you? Like, all of this is a system I built here of how I get an energy surplus, how I make sure that, like I'm creating a machine that keeps me going, that I love. Like, these things wouldn't happen if there was no monk in me, if there wasn't an observer in me. But that doesn't mean that I need to concentrate on this. This is happening like on the get-go. This is automated. This is who I am. But bringing that warrior out is actually what got me excited about life. Like, I'm excited about every single day. And of course I have days that are not that good, but in general, I love life. And this would have never happened if I didn't bring that fighter, that warrior from within me out. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way, if you feel you are the warrior that's fighting for what's right and you're not just like observing and keeping it to yourself. It can start with like little things, as first off, as I said, working on yourself and fighting for yourself, and then maybe fighting for what's outside of you by protecting yourself. And it can start with friends, it can start with you getting a better job, it can start with you taking care of yourself, and then showing people that it's important to do that. Yeah, but let me know in the comments. I love our conversations there. Like this has become like probably my second favorite thing after coaching sessions is like the comment section and really getting into conversation with you guys. And this is like my videos are like I'm bringing like something that I think, and then we can start a conversation. So I'm always grateful for that. Join my Instagram if you haven't already. It's Wenzes and then underline. I have stories every day, so if you want to know a little bit behind the scenes, there you can find a lot of stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in, for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, my friends.